I will be very open and honest. This is how I try to be every day, interview or not.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Belgian Jasper. If this is your first time in the channel, hit subscribe right now. One of the rising stars in modern metal is obviously Infected Rain, fronted by the charismatic and colorful Lena Scissorhands. They are releasing their new album Ecdysis, and I sat down with Lena to learn all about it. This interview will actually be in 3 parts, and today is part 1, where we talk about the new album, the sound, and the evolution of the band. So Lena, thank you so much for your time today. I really do appreciate it. The excitement is building. The new album of Infected Rain is getting closer. Ecdysis, shedding one's old skin to renew yourself. Metamorphosis. In the past, we've seen you guys embrace themes like getting rid of bad baggage. Now it's really more focused maybe on rebirth. Does that, we've heard some music, we're gonna go into that in just a second, but should we expect radically different sounds from the band, given the title?
First of all, thank you so much for having me, and thank you for this question, because yes, we do somehow want this to be taken literally, but at the same time, we are the same people, we are the same band, we are the same members. Nothing is going to change drastically with this album. However, we had time to take our sweet time with every single song, with every single sound, with every single thing in general. So there are a couple of new things. For example, almost all musicians, guitar players and bass player, they have new instruments. And when I say new instruments, I don't mean new tuning or anything, but new sound is still, you can hear the difference when it's a completely new instrument. And I'm very proud of them because they built these instruments the way they wanted to. So they are in a way custom, in a way made specifically for their needs. Another very new thing about Ecdysis is how we recorded this album specifically. So obviously the whole world was in this big pause, and certain things were impossible to do, like traveling as often or go to the actual physical studio like we used to. So it forced us to invest into something new, which was good and bad, because it has both aspects. Obviously, you have to invest in something new without really working to have money to invest in. So it was like a double-ended sword in a way. However, with the love and support of our fans always being there for us, we were able to move on and never give up and never stay still. So we built our own studios in our houses and worked remotely for as much as the internet allows. And me, I can tell you from my personal experience, I learned a recording program from scratch, a difficult one too, not just a small little tool that will help me put ideas down, an actual one that is used in the studios. So that was pretty challenging for me, but because I'm not that good with technology. Not as good as I'm supposed to be, let's say that. I was able to record from here. I was able to pay attention to every single breath I take, seriously, when we were recording it. So not that I never did that before, but when you're in a studio, you feel a little bit of like a pressure, even if it's not really there, because you work with people you know, and in the environment you feel safe in, but still, it's almost like you're on the time in a way, or it's different than when you're home alone or with just a couple of people that are super close with you, and you are the one, you know, I had to be my own sound engineer, I had to be my own critic. It wasn't that easy, but it was a lot to learn from. I learned a lot about myself while doing that, and I learned a lot about the music in general, you know. So it was very interesting, and you will find maybe already with these 2 songs that we already released, maybe you already heard that, or, you know, I know some of the fans did. There's something different about the vocals because of that.
In the lead up to the release, you also are releasing your, you know, documentary about the first 13 years of the band.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are still, let's say, a newer band, but 13 years is already quite a milestone. Yeah. And on top of all of that, even with all these changes and everything that gets thrown at you guys, pretty stable lineup. And you're absolutely right. It is the same people. You know, is that something, when you take a step back, has that surprised you that you were with this roller coaster ride that you guys been on, that you've been able to stay such a stable group of players?
I wouldn't say it surprised me, because we are very loyal people, all of us. We are so different. Every single band member in Infected Rain is insanely different. We are so different that maybe in different circumstances we wouldn't be that of friends. We would be in the same maybe group of people and like know each other, especially because, you know, Moldova is a very small country and all metalheads and musicians know each other. But would we be as close? I don't think so, because we have different ideas of life, different ideas on certain things, and we have a lot of different point of views. However, this baby we created together, it keeps us together. And trust me, we had situations where like certain band members were like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. You know, like in any family, especially in bigger families, there are always disagreements and fights and like arguments. Of course there are, but with time there are less and less things like that, because I mean, some of band members were kids actually when they joined the band. Like our guitar player Sergey, he's the youngest one. He was a baby when he joined. Although we are not an independent band anymore, we still do a bunch of things ourselves, and we insist on doing so because we want to be as authentic as possible, as real as possible. Not that when you apply to other artists you're not real. However, like, we have a lot of talent in our band. My boys have talents in different other areas, things besides music. Like, you know, Vidic, for example, he does a lot of designs for the band, a lot of, like, now he's even like a director of music videos, and he edits the music videos. Our bass player, he knows very much about editing videos in general. Like, you know, so with time I feel like there's so much going on, and that's what makes us us. Yes, you're right, 13 years is a lot, but the reason Infected Rain is so fresh and new in certain people's eyes, probably in everybody's eyes, is because we come from such a small country, and for the longest time our evolution was very slow. It was happening. We were never still, we were never stagnant, we were never in one place, but we moved almost like, you know, like on the pace of, like, I don't know, caterpillar, very slow, because the country didn't give us opportunity. Besides, not only the country didn't give us opportunity, but it was actually making things worse, because coming from such a small and poor country, in the eyes of other countries, obviously looks like you want to escape to try to find a better life, which it's understandable. know how much people migrate throughout the years to find a better life. Hell, my family did it also, you know, back in the day when I was a teenager, because the situation in the country is insanely difficult. And till these days, you know, yes, things are changing slowly, but it is still very difficult. And if you choose to be an artist, it's going to be even more challenging, because people don't believe in art, people don't believe in art bringing money and paying the bills, and that's why it never does, you know what I mean? So
it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That's the reason why, you know, we had to move so slowly, but we never stopped. And I'm so proud of us and of my boys, of, like, you know, sticking around and sticking together, no matter what the family members said to us, no matter what friends said to us, no matter what fans said to us, or like haters or whatever. There's always, people have a bunch of opinions, you know, many things happened, and actually this movie will reveal all this path, how everything started, what we had to do in order to survive, because we had a bunch of things going on, and things that other bands would just give up when things like that happen, like car accidents, thefts, you know, tragedies in the family. So many things happened, because it's life. It happens to everybody. So I thank you very much for this question. You know, not many people acknowledge this.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it, and subscribe to the channel.